This program is sponsored by Highview Motors, providing a service like no other.
Set the record.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'll tell you what, the comments have been amazing. I've absolutely loved and hated reading some, I'm not gonna lie. If you thought that was a lot, we've got so much more in this part 2 right now, but for those people that want a quick little reload, let's take it back.
Because I ended up in hospital myself and I thought I would probably be
Yeah,
leaving
sorry
this
to hear
planet
that.
too. You know, so there was things that change your life, like
the BBC Asian network. This station is riddled with problems and accusations.
Like, haven't the Asian network supported you?
they've support. I mean, the last time they probably played a record was probably about 10 years ago. If we ain't gonna sort it out together, I will sort it out, but it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. Who are you talking to, bro? Yeah, you want to take this personal? Who are you talking to? Tell me what your remit is. You know the skeletons you've got in the wardrobe.
Right, welcome back. You ready? You ready? I told you this one's gonna be big, so keep it locked. I was interested that when Tommy Sandu took over a rapper to Charlie Sloth, I was very interested why it was a rapper from India. I love Divine. Divine was taken to Charlie Sloth. Love him, but I was thinking, why wasn't it a UK-based type thing? Well, why didn't they follow on it? Nihal tried with his own thing, but why are we not getting through to the next set?
Yeah, why are we not doing that? And why are we not recognising these people? Why don't we still have an Asian award show that we could bring Rockstar up and then show that off to the world? There's a blockage. Why do we have the Mobos, the black equivalent, but not, where's our Asian equivalent? We don't have it. We're on pause, no man's land. So Rockstar, what happens to Rockstar? 10 years go by, where he should be on the global stage. He should definitely be bigger than he is.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's all down to the network, but they obviously are a key role for us.
Yeah.
As we have more options of listening to different stations and internet stations and whatever, the BBC becomes more important to us because people have choices, don't they? So we want them to represent and bring the followers and all the fans here, not here and there and there. Rockstar, that should be a platform for him. And then from there he springboards to the world.
Yeah, of course.
And they've taken that away from him. They've taken it away from him. Of course, it's made a difference to him. But I'm trying to say, why should it be so difficult for him?
Yeah.
Why should it be? The music business is difficult anyway. You know, you make records that probably cost you 2 or 3 grand, and people can buy it for next to nothing, 79 pence, or take it free in most of. And I know that because I came from a time where I sold millions of records, and when all of a sudden the internet came in and I lost a lot of sales, no one came to me and said, can we compensate you? What about my kids and the mortgage I was paying and the things I was doing? It took a big chunk. So I know how to ride waves, Dred.
I need to go back to like where this all started for you. So like, for example, we spoke a little bit about your pre-story. So I want to go back to time now as well, and where this passion to keep striving happened. Because there's something I get from being in your presence straight away. I feel like I can achieve and do anything I want.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's just having a conversation with you. So to spend time with these children, the 300 kids, your own children, you were 18. You had a child at 18.
That's right.
Right? I know the deal, was it with Chuck there, happened at when you were 23 with Island Records, was it?
23, yeah.
23.
Yeah.
What was happening between 18 and 23? What person was being moulded from a child to this adult with a child to be responsible of?
Good question, that is. I mean, I can always tell you from school, anyone that knows me from school, I'm an achiever. I'm an achiever from school. I went to
all the sports awards, I see.
Yeah, sports award. I mean, I went to an all-boys school, 600 kids. It was like a little borstal, to tell you the truth. Anyone went to Hanswood Boys School, 600 kids turning up there every single day, only boys. Trust me, it wasn't easy. As I said, you know, our parents weren't from the country, so it's always difficult, isn't it? Anything you went to, where was the experience anyone was going to give you? Where was the wisdom of how to walk on the streets? So we really had to make our ground from the streets. You know, it wasn't about music, it was, you know, the dangers. You couldn't phone somebody if you got mugged. There was no phone, right? So I'm just saying it was really you out there, you relied on the community, you realised from your parents it was about hard work. So all that was ingrained in your system anyway. Obviously I had a child when I was 18. I had to grow up. I had to, you know, responsible for it. But I was let me go to school. I was the head boy at school. 3 bands on my arms. So a prefect, yeah. So I wanted to, I didn't know I was going to do that, but, you know, again, a leader, early kind of leading the rest of the school and, you know, the rest of the prefects. I was into sport. I was a basketball referee at 18 years old.
wow.
I was the first person to get an O-level in
Ref.
PE. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be a teacher. I went to teacher training college. So I always wanted to get the most out of my, out of every day, every moment, be productive. Life's hard. I come from a poor family. It wasn't a rich family. I saw my father struggling, so and so. And then when I had my child, I went into work. So I had a child at 18, then I went into work.
Right.
I worked in a factory for 6 years. And straight away, I was a welder there, just hammering. And thinking, hold on, I wanted to be a teacher at school. I know I can do better.
Ironmonger.
I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning, clock in, and
Damn.
wow, this is my life then. I said, okay. And I said, I'm not going to hammer this anymore. I said, well, how can you get to the top job here? What's the top job? Welding. I worked day and night learning how to be a welder. I got to be a welder, so I achieved that. I said, what else can I do? We need someone to do first aid. I was a first aid officer there. I'm just saying, took everything.
Yeah.
People know me, I was working there for 6 years. And then they said to me, you know what, we want you to work a night shift on your own because you're the first aid officer and you're a qualified welder now. And I said, if I'm going to be working on my own, then you know what, I need to bring a friend in. I ain't working there, I mean, not on my own, but with somebody. And they said, we've got all this long list of people. So I'm going to give you somebody. I said, no, you're not. I'm not going to work all day in a factory with someone else. So I got my brother-in-law, who just married my sister, the job, who was then there for 20 years. That's how you help people. So he jumped the queue, he got the job because I started. I'm just saying, it wasn't always about me right from then, was it? No. So I left after getting my deal, but he stayed there for 25 years and raised his family through that one decision I made. That's what I'm talking about, giving back. It happened straight from there, and looking after people, looking after community, looking after family, looking after culture, and then we're winning all together. And then, while I was at work, I released Movie Over India. I went to a studio with my cousins, big up Simon and Diamond, and I always bothered them. I want to get in the studio when they get, Steve, he's a welder in a factory, and it wasn't easy then, because you had to go in the studio, you had to sing auto-tune and nonsense, you had to sing your ting and go on with that ting, you know what I mean? So I said, I got this song, it's called Movie Over India, because every time I go home, there's a bloody movie on from India, we have to watch it, right?
So that's it, boom.
Just like that, and I said, the rhythm I like from the reggae is the Shanghai Shanks. Dum boom 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 boom. I said, this is the rhythm, this is the thing, and I've got a little Punjabi little thing that you could do, 1, 2, 3, all that. And I just sang it like that, and I said, I wanted to go top line and put it, and it was just to kind of do me a favour and get rid of me who made this record, you know what I mean? And I went away and I thought, I've got this one dub plate. It was all about the one dub plate.
Yeah.
People liked it. And friends said, yeah. And I said, well, I can't copy it. How can you copy a dub? It costs money. I mean, there was no cassette, no TV. Anyway, cut long story short, I made 500 copies of that record myself. Red sleeve, I remember, a little Sunset I put on it because my sound system used to be called Sunset, hence the company now is called Sunset in America. I didn't have a name as an artist because I was filling this form. I said, fill this form in. PRS. And what you call, I like this artist from Jamaica, Supercat, that wild Apache. I'm Indian. Apache Indian. It literally came from there. And I just filling the form because I only wanted one record. I don't care about anything. I just fill the form in, And I ended up with this 5 record. Some people laughing at me. It was 1989. It was Christmas. The wife saying, "Listen, the kid's 4 years old. He's crying his nappies. You got records. What are you going to do with them then?" Right? So
just sitting there piled up.
And I thought, wow, giving out the 10 to the to the friends, and I've got 490 bloody records sitting there. Right?
I wonder how.
What am I going to do? And I've gone out. What I've done is I've gone out. So I became the record company, the artist, the everything, and without realizing the distributor, the man on the road. Yeah. So I've gone into the record shops. And I says, do you want this record? All the reggae shops, because all the guys used to come and listen to the tunes, and they will buy a tune according to, if they like it when it's played. So I'd leave the 25 records there and 25 records on Don Christie's and Summit Records and all the reggae shops I used to go to. And then I switched my radio off and I switched everything off. I'm home, everyone's cussing over Christmas. I've gone back 2 weeks later to the shops and said, come here, wasn't you the little kid that bought that record in? Like I was a distributor. I said, come here, can you bring the rest in? I said, what do you mean? He said, no, people like it. I bought the rest in. It was number 1 in Birmingham for in the reggae charts for 6 weeks. We've still got all the charts here. Next was Maxi Priest and Capleton and Barry Salmon, and and I thought,
Apache Indian, come on.
And then it went to number 1 in the Asian charts, and that's how it started. And then someone said to me, I had a call from Jetstar in London, and they said, "Come here, is that your record?" I says, "Yeah." "Can we have this record?" I says, "Yeah." He goes, "But we need 2 more." I ain't got no more. I ain't doing no more.
Oh, no.
I don't want to do it. Literally. And he goes, okay, we'll give you £1,000 for that first. We'll give you another £2,000 per record. We'll give you £2,000 more. I thought, I'm in a factory and I'll definitely have that
Take
too. It's
it,
a lot of money back in the... It's Jack there. I said, look, shut up, man. I'm trying to write the next song under my shield. And I said, hold on.
Pressure.
Listen, sometimes the answer's right in front of you.
Chuck
there,
yeah.
the Mabala in the city, Indian Chuck there. First tune I said, we do want to reach #1 in the reggae charts and the Indian Chuck
there.
And that was a song right in front of me, you know what I mean? So I recorded that. It was #1, you know what I mean? And then everyone after that was a Don and it, Don Garg and Don. And I said, Don Raja then, you know what I mean? So that's how it started, you know, Don Raja, and because of all the hype and it was #1 everywhere, and you know people didn't know who it was, I got offered a deal by lots of major record labels, London Records. It had to be Island, Universal.
Yeah, it had to be.
Bob Marley's record label.
Yeah.
So they offered me £250,000. I was 23 years old.
23.
Yeah, 23. You know what I mean? And off it went. Then I could leave work. They were very happy for me to leave work because it's, you know, it's all over the
I would
news.
have cried.
I was crying. I mean, still got the paper clippings of signing the deal. Those kind of deals don't happen now because obviously things changed. It was a great experience. And the first thing they said to me was, "You like reggae music?" I said, "Yeah." And they said, "We need to be sure." And they flew me out straight on the next flight to Jamaica. Landed in Kingston. They drove me straight to Bob Marley Studios, Tough Gong. I worked with Sly and Robbie. And I met the whole family and the I3s, Rita and the whole lot. So it doesn't get any better as far as blessings are concerned. And what a way to start off your journey. Real,
Can I just
honest,
say, like,
organic
your missus
blessing, yeah.
stayed with the kid, your missus stayed back, you're 23, off at Jamaica from a factory, just booted up, taken like that. You were still working at the factory?
I was still working, yeah.
So what, they gave you time off?
No, I had to work at the factory until I got the deal.
Right.
Before that, it was, you know, I was taking time off, I was doing bits and pieces and trying to do my thing, and, you know, they worked out who I was, but I could only leave. That's what the advice to young people is there, you know, forego your hobbies, stay in that job. I was working round the clock, working and nights, and then performing, and then work, and no sleep, but that's how you build your life, yeah? You work hard, that's why it comes from your parents, that's what I'm saying. Now people are told, it's going to happen overnight, it's going to happen quickly, get rich quick. Trust me, people. I'm telling you, I learned from my parents that you work hard. Don't listen to the media. You work hard, and not work hard for yourself, but you continue to build on what I did and my parents did and the people before them. You know, from music to any industry. So that's why it's all I've been about from the beginning. So really, when you ask me the question and you see where I am, the answer is there, isn't it? It's not really rocket science as far as my music and my style of music is concerned, or, you know, my passion for wanting to help people. It's ingrained in everything I've ever told you. No reservations, make way for the Indian side of the movement, time for change. These are just titles of albums. So I've used every opportunity to try bring people together, and look why. Because that is Apache Indian. That was the basis and foundation of Apache Indian. So it's only now that I can speak. Because I had to go through my own journey to be able to now say, right, I've summed it up. You know, when you're 22, do you know what you're doing when you're 32? No. Probably not. No. But, you know, now when you're 32, 42 and 52, I know what I'm doing. I know why God's put me on this planet. I had a different path. You know, now I am actually a teacher. You know, so I've fulfilled that goal. You know, I teach in a college. They employed me as a teacher to teach sport and all the things I wanted to do when I was 18. So never gave up on it.
It feels for me like from where your life started to where it's come now, it's giving you that seal of approval in life. Like, you're certified, as they say, you're certi right now. You know, you've got a medal, you've got an award.
I want to be certified. You know, like you said, you know, when a lot of people said to me, you made us cool to be brown and this and that, we weren't so cool or we weren't really there. The BBC Asian Network taking the cool out of coolie, you know what I mean? The cool out of coolness, you know what I mean? They can't do that because it's not being cool, it's being recognised. And look at some of the people that have, Asian people that have bypassed the Asian Network, like the Alagayas on the news. You see a lot of people that didn't go through it. Yeah. And they've been, you know, because maybe the wider community has helped you. So we haven't seen a shift, we haven't seen a change, but I am telling you from my journey, the support from your home fans, your home stations, the BBC stations that go out to the world, the big BBC name, it makes a difference with a young person. It does make a difference to him. And it is, you know, you can get played on the independent stations, but if you played on the BBC, it's just a little bit of a notch on your stick, and, you know, kids feel proud and they feel like the world's open. They're part of the world. If you get played on an Asian station, you're Asian, fine. But if you get played on a mainstream station for even half that time or one song instead of 10, it means more to you.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, you know, people that know about music, PRS, you get paid for plays, and BBC obviously pay you that. The independent stations don't always do it in the same kind of way. BBC pay per minute, and refusing some of these artists to have playtime or keeping them off when you've got so much music to go on there, like, it feels a bit unfair. Like, you could save some kids' careers. And I understand about quality control. But I think there should be, because where I see BBC, it's there to provide as a community.
Absolutely,
It's for a community, and it's supposed to give you level ground pegging for everyone to have a place on there. So I don't know why it's so difficult.
So where are we going wrong? The presenter said it's not them, the producer says it's not them, and it's come down to the playlist meeting. Okay, so who's in the playlist to make those decisions? I want to know who is in the playlist meeting that made those decisions. What qualifications do you have? What have you done in the music business? Have you represented? Have you achieved anything so I can value your opinion? Because your opinion is holding back people's lives, it's knocking confidence, it's holding back the culture, the scene, and a lot of people have lost their dream because of this lack of support. I am telling you clean. They have lost their dream. You're taking it away from him. So you know what? This is getting personal. This is getting serious. And like I said, the kid at 23 now has lost 10 years. He's 33. He would never have known. But I'm going to question what it could have been. And I'm going to tell you, you could still fulfill your dream. Don't give up on your dream just because of these idiots. But you know what? For the next, you're going to carry on allowing this to happen? Knowing what we know now, aren't people happy that I spoke up? Aren't people happy, or should we just leave it? Because if we leave, whilst we leave it, the reason I'm saying shut down now to the BBC, so we can investigate. But shut down now so no one's getting bullied today and tomorrow. Shut down now so no one's CD is going in the bin tomorrow. Right. Where is it going to stop? It's going on right now, on our watch, with our money. In my city, Mailbox, they're based, representing nothing for the community, nothing for the culture, and now people have come out who have suffered mental... You know, I spoke to somebody in Dubai the other day who said, Apache, I've been trying to find your number, looking for you, and he wants to stay anonymous, but he's going to send me a video, he said, when he pulls up his courage. That he worked with the BBC Asian network. Not only did he leave them, he shipped his whole family out to Dubai because of the mental problems that he had because of that, and he's still getting counselling. Now this goes deep. This goes deep. You can see, like, the lady that I spoke to yesterday, what's her name?
Anushka.
And yeah. She told me she came from London. She uprooted her whole life and came to Birmingham because she had the job. She used to work at Club Asia. Then she worked at Sunrise. But for her to work at BBC, she just felt...
Yeah, it's a spruce, of course.
Yeah, right? So she's taken all the talent experience, she's moving and shifting the whole house and the whole life and livelihood.
We used to work together.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to her now because she went BBC.
Yeah, and then from the BBC, they said they treated her like shit. They treated her like so bad that she had to uproot her life, leave. It took a year to readjust her life, mental, bloody everything. I want her to be compensated for that year. Not just ignore it and I'm sorry. Where's the cost of that year for moving back and forth for that young lady? And that's just one story. So I'm saying that they're responsible for damaging people's lives, damaging what we've already built, not moving on with the community, not representing anything to do with Asian music and not celebrating this Asian, this Asian Urban Music Award. Bobby, it's for you. You're a big representative in the whole world of Asian urban sound for the things that you was doing. If we're talking, why don't you pick up the phone and say congratulations? Because you're working with the BBC. Put the BBC down and talk to me as a friend. Be real, be honest, because the world changed, Bridget. But you know what? I now know that no one could call me and comment about the BBC. I get it. What about just saying congratulations, Steve? So this goes personal, it goes deep, and you're in my community, in my city, hide behind the car park, go upstairs and not even venture through the city. Not even pass through the academy, help the kids. Shame on you. Shame on you. But I will use this medal and use my voice to get louder for that next generation. And more. We're going to deal with more. So I'm sorry it hurts me so much, Donny, and I'm sorry the voice got louder. But it's not for me, man. It's not for me. I'm hurt with these things.
I'm trying to understand.
It's personal, not personal. If you understand, you know what I mean?
No, I'm understanding the emotion. Like, I mean, everyone on social media knows, right? Like, I've got so many people that start businesses, and this is very small scale, but they start a business and they all complain that their friends don't support them. Right? The friends don't interact with them. They get an achievement, have a success. Their friends don't support them. From what I see from you, Bobby Friction with a Norco that was happening in Birmingham, there was a massive movement, right? All of that was happening. There was a movement together. You guys were fighting the same battles in
Right.
different areas, the same battles. And now when you're all succeeding, I'm trying to understand, imagine if I got knighthooded, a medal from the Queen, and my best friends that know the struggle I've been through don't message me, bro, well done.
But they're on the same struggle with you. They were the soldiers on the front line with you.
And I understand why it hurts, because
Wow.
it hurts me.
Wow. And you know what? If they're not celebrating that because of a beef or whatever, then the community that should hear that celebration, wouldn't it inspire kids?
Look,
Apache Indian urban Asian artist gets awarded from the Queen. If the wider community heard that, or young Asian kid, wouldn't it mean something to him? Of course it would.
Well, no, this is the thing. Like, I was a radio presenter. I worked on radio, and I kept away from it because I hated the way the industry was working. I'll be honest about it. The way they deal with that sort of stuff, I stepped away. But yesterday, I was googling up some information about facts about how much money goes on. I was looking for the list, and it's published that Nihal, we know him so well, the Asian Radio 1 Asian music show he was doing, when Bob even left that as well, Nihal carried it on. Nihal, I think in 2019, had 175,000. That's what his earning was from the BBC.
Wow. 175,000.
So I posted...
Are you listening?
I posted it with pride because it shows that you can make it. We can make it. I was working for £8 an hour at Sunrise Radio. £10 an hour,
Yeah,
that's what I ever
listen,
got
I know how
to.
it goes, yeah.
I'll be honest, I put in like day and night. I done mad shifts there. And so that's why to leave it. I go, I can't sell. I can't sit here and be a celebrity to people if I'm not making that money.
Yeah.
But when I saw that figures, I genuinely felt so proud. I go, do you know what? These dreams, it can happen.
Yeah.
Fair enough, it's the BBC and they monopolise on it, but it can happen. It happened for him, it can happen. And I'm so proud, and you share it. You winning an award, I'm here to talk to you because I'm proud. I'm proud. I grew up on your music. So I understand the pain. When you talk to Bobby...
We're talking about that it can happen, which is great. But the other point is, how much are you saying again?
175,000. Or between 170 to 175.
Have you got any more facts? What's the average DJ getting paid?
I don't know what the average is from there. They publish a top
Can you
list.
send me there's a list published about how much money goes into the BBC Asian network, what kind of budgets they deal with. It comes out of your pockets, people.
8 million they use for content.
8 million they use for content,
Asian
whatever that
network.
means. Yeah, and?
I think the BBC in license fees makes about 3,660 odd million just from the licenses. In 2019, it's published. I'll share the document. I'll send it to you as well.
I'm fainting.
It's a 300
Hold
page
on.
300 page document with all the figures down.
It's not Bollywood acting, Red. Let me tell you something. This is going too deep into... You're telling me those numbers and facts in a year that we've had no money. In a year that we're scraping money to help people. In a year that musicians haven't had nothing. Content. Was any content about the awareness that we haven't had anything and maybe we should support musicians more?
I've got to be honest, like I've Googled these facts and I'm no expert on breaking things down. So if anyone does want to talk about it or clear anything up, they can. But I believe from searching, that's what I found out.
What we're talking about is not money. What we're talking about is people's mindset, people. You know what? What I'm saying, A, represent properly, which they're not. And B, something down the line somewhere changed. It didn't change, it changed here. Yeah? Mentally, mind changed. Rude, arrogance, being famous. We don't handle it very well. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I've seen many, many artists. That's my second program. Now, how many artists in their 2 minutes of fame have come in front of me to my face and disrespected me? That's why this is so personal. Afterwards, a year later, they apologize because their name's down again. Because God's going to pull you down. As soon as you get it, it comes down about you and disrespect people. And you'll be shocked with them stories. Another show that is. But let me tell you something. Something changed in their minds because maybe it was too much money or whatever. But
You
what
know I
point?
want a name. You know I want a name, really. Like,
No,
who's
all
rude?
of them. All of them.
Damn.
Oh, those names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's 10. There's 10, but you know all 10 of them, and they know they're watching too. So your mind have to be mind sharp, Dread, because I'm there watching. You see me quiet for too much years. That's why it's personal. But anything I'm sharing is going to help you, inspire you. Yeah, because you shouldn't do it to people and don't. You know what? One time, yeah, I went to see Bobby and Nihal. Yeah, and yeah, something. Let me just go back there. Something changed in their minds to stop representing us, and I think that it was because they're too comfortable in life. They forgot their missions, and if it was about money, you know what? I've made more money than all of you put together. I've sold 11 million albums, yeah, and the commercials are still running. I've never. You see me any different?
You got comfortable.
Yeah, and I've been through rough times. I've been famous and poor. Like you just said, made a statement. You just said I didn't want to be a celebrity because you need money to be. You said something very clever, and thank you for saying that. But you know what? Once you're a celebrity, You can't change it, can you? So what if you're a celebrity, then become poor? So I've been there, Dread. I've been famous and poor and rich and famous and all of it through. You think it was just nice 30 years. You think it's a joke. The pain, scarred artists, or you guys don't have to face that. Anything new is going to get a fight. But the fight doesn't stop, does it? We didn't achieve it. We've progressed, but we've fallen behind with many things. And I'm not a part of that team. I'm separating myself from that team. I've been telling you for years, time for change, no reservations. So the movement has started. What is the movement? The movement is recognized change. The movement is to be free through music. To be free, do what you want to say, and be free, be yourself through music, and you will find freedom.
Voice.
And you know what? Anyone that comes in the way is trying to prison us, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
They're like the people who no. Music is freedom. Music is for unity. Music is peace. Yeah. Anyone that takes anything and makes it about anything that is not about faith, about age. You know what? Let me tell you. I went to see Bobby and Nihal. In their little height of the Bobby Nihal show, and I was kind of quiet for a few years. I tell you the truth, I tell you no lie, yeah. I felt intimidated. I didn't feel like Apache Indian, the comfortable, because people, and this is after all my success, you know, people, you know, they make you feel comfortable, they, you know, yeah, they never touch my feet, cup, whatever. It was like seeing two superstars, and I felt belittled. I felt not bullied, but I felt intimidated. You know what I mean? I felt nervous. Never in my life. And in front of my two friends, that you got a bit of that platform. That's how you make me feel. How do you make other people feel then? Your job is to make people feel comfortable. You're rude and arrogant. Yeah, you come on these TV shows and you want to talk. What qualification do you have to speak about music? Tell me what you've done even. Being a radio presenter doesn't make you a music. If you understand it. I understand it. I was the first Asian DJ on Radio 1 and I did it for 3 months. You know what? Let me tell you that story quickly. I was the Asian DJ on Radio 1 and I did it, and I went to London for 3 months down here, and I did it every Saturday morning on a 2 o'clock show, yeah? And you know how I got that show? You know how I got that show on the radio? I've never done radio in my life. Let me tell you something. There's too many stories, man.
Damn.
I went to the
Mercury. You're on radio.
I went to the Mercury Music Prize Awards.
Okay.
Mercury Music. It was in a little hotel. Sting was there. Blur was there. My awards right there. Yeah. Everybody went to and made a speech because there's 10 finalists. They had shortlisted. Blur. And I'd like to say thank you to my cat. And all these kind of things. And I went and made my speech, half decent, nervous little kid, yeah. And I'd like to thank my record company and everyone. And I sat down and somebody tapped me on my back and they said, all right, you don't know me, but have you ever done radio? I said, no. And I didn't ignore him, but I was watching the show and somebody said to the record company, what did that guy say to you? I said, I don't know, he just asked me about radio. He said, and I said, who is he? Matthew Bannister, who used to run Radio 1.
Oh, wow.
So I went back to him, I said, all right, sir, how you doing? And he goes, you got a great voice after that speech. Would you like to do a radio show?
Oh, hey.
And he gave me the Radio 1 show based off that. But I tell you what, after 3 months, I went back to him, I said, I don't like this show. I don't like this show because you know what? It's a playlist is yours. Oh. You make me play, you give me two songs. Let me play 2 songs. It doesn't represent me. So what were they doing? They were using my name, but I wasn't representing.
Yeah,
so I stopped it. Hold on.
I hear this.
I went back to him and I said, yeah, but you know, I was trying to get out of it, and I said, this is what I would like to do if I did a show. First of all, I'm going to do it at Pebble Mill in Birmingham, so I don't have to travel. Right. Secondly, it has to be reggae and Asian music. Thirdly, it has to, I want guests. Anyone that comes to London, you got to bring them up to me, yeah? Or Gregory Isaacs came, Shaggy came. Everything I said I was going to do, live sessions, interviews, all the people know it. I was trying to get out of it. Not out of it, but I said, this is how it has to be. And he agreed. And we did it. I went back, I did another 3 months in Birmingham, in the Pebble Mill. All the artists came, everybody got paid, everyone came, and the Top Cat and General Levy started coming up every week because it was so good. Yeah? And that's what I'm talking about. When you get in a position, use it for other people. Because my name is the Apache Indian Show anyway, but what am I playing? Even as an artist, you can sing your song, but what are you saying in between?
Yeah.
What are you saying? What are you representing as an artist? You could be going down, but you can still say something serious, can't you? So what are you representing? People know what I'm representing from the beginning. But when I had a chance to do the radios, when I had a chance, you know, I went to MTV asked me to do a show from Jamaica. I don't know whether you knew that. I had my own MTV show called Reggae Sound System. Me and Patra interviewed every artist from Beanie Man to Luciano to whoever, Shakanim and Pliers. It's all there. I've recently put a clip of me interviewing Shakanim and Pliers on the beach in Kingston. So it was then giving back to that industry, wasn't it? As well as the Asian industry. You may have to contribute to the Asian industry, Asian artists, whatever. I contribute to the black industry, the mainstream pop industry. You know, I have when I did my Radio 1 show, it wasn't just about the Asian people. We had all the reggae artists on it, the UK reggae artists, because we're in that scene too. And I represent that scene as the best I can. You know, that's why I can see progress there, and I can see things that they're falling with, and I can put it here. And how come we haven't got our mobos on a front page of the Phoenix newspapers when I can't get the front page of the Asian papers, get played on the black stations but can't get played in the Asian. Oh, come on. So what if I didn't have that?
This is getting big. It's getting bigger than just me talking to Apache Indian. It seems to be about a culture, about a unity, about our growth and about representation. We're learning so much. I didn't actually know he was on radio. So that was quite interesting. There's a lot more to learn as well. If you haven't seen the first episode, go back and check that. Make sure you're sharing this episode with your friends and subscribing and just following the series. You don't actually, you know what, forget it. You don't even have to subscribe. It's not about that. Just make sure we learn, because there's a bigger problem here and we want to find out what's going on and have an opinion, because at the end of the day, we're all valid. We're all part of the community. So that's what we're doing. We've got a lot more to come. Part 3 is on its way. He's actually named...
Set the record.
Yeah, he's named some people, and it's gonna get deep. So keep it locked. Thank you very much for joining us as well. Lots of love.
Set the record. This program is sponsored by Highview Motors, providing a service like no other.
Set the record.